We didn't think he would be able to do what he did on the night. On the night, we thought that it would be an exhibition, really. We thought that he maybe show us something for a bit, but Fury would just be far, far too much. And then watching it at ringside was a kind of out-of-body experience for me. I don't know what it was like for you, where I'm sitting there just thinking, is this actually happening? And he did that because he's got some tools, obviously, but his greatest tool is that mental strength. This is a man who truly does not believe that anything is beyond him.
I'd like to be joined here by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn's going to join us as well. And let's just have a look at what we're looking at. Frank, Eddie, we can see Francis Ngannou, the Predator, making his way. He is some specimen. Eddie, I know he's got you very, very nervous.
Very big. He's got a big neck. He's a scary guy, and he was a scary guy before he did that to Tyson Fury, but now we know he's for real. And it's the first time AJ's been outsized against someone, not just in height and he nicks it, but in mass and in size. AJ will be too fast, hopefully he'll be too good and all those things, but at any moment he has the ability to turn your lights out, and that's a very, very worrying thought with what could be down the line.
One thing you've always talked about around this fight, one word, jeopardy.
It is, because they're both big punchers, and if one of them, whoever lands that first big shot, what's the mindset going to be of the guy who's on the other end of it? That's going to be the intriguing thing for me, and it will also determine how the fight moves forward, because if somebody gets caught, they're not going to be wanting to be making the same mistake again, so they're going to have to go to their plan B. So it's going to be, I think it's a really, really interesting fight, exciting fight, and I genuinely do not think it's going to go the distance.
One of the things that's been spoken about is Francis Ngannou's mind, his mental strength, his story, everything he's been through, and how Anthony Joshua has to take his soul. How can you take the soul of that guy?
Yeah. I don't think you've got to take the soul. I think you've got to hurt him and you've got to knock him out, because he won't quit. You've got to hit him hard enough for him to not be able to fight back, to not be able to show you how tough he is. You've got to knock him out, and that's going to be the hard thing. I said to Frank earlier, the size of his neck, he may just have a fantastic chin, and it's very likely that
you've got to hit him anywhere. Arms anywhere. You've got to let them bombs go, let them feel the pain.
I think one of the keys is the tempo of the fight. You see, against Fury, Ngannou looked like he was going to gas a few times, but Tyson went into a little bit of survival mode at the same time. If you can fight a good tempo against Ngannou, I do think he'll gas. But to do that, you've got to stay active, which is going to put you in jeopardy as well by staying active. Part of me just thinks, AJ, just get on your bike for 10 rounds. But you don't want to do that either, because you don't want Ngannou walking you down. So it's got to be educated pressure, it's got to be smart, and you've got to hurt him.
Is he going to do like he did in the Ruiz fight, the second fight, or is he going to come forward and impose himself? He's got the tools to do it, AJ. Obviously, he's got a great jab. He's got, it's basic stuff. It's just 1-2s. You've got to keep it nice and long, 1-2, 1-2, and that's what you've got to do. Keep him off balance. But that's a big ask of keeping a guy that size on the back foot all the time.
I mean, that's how I see it. I feel like that is what he needs to do. As you say, though, if you can hurt him, that would be ideal. But you don't want to get too obsessed with the idea of knocking him out either, because that can be dangerous. If he gets to the end of 10 rounds and he's got a pair of seriously sore hands, but he hasn't been able to get the knockout on one, you'll take that, won't you?
I'll take any victory. I don't care if he goes down 9 times and the other bloke goes down 10. As long as we win, it don't really matter. But it's just one of them that at the end of the fight you just go, thank God that's over, because this is a risky fight.
It's better he gets the sore hands and the sore ass.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Right, listen, the fight will be at a tempo. I don't think it's going to be a slow fight. I think they may just the first round just come and size each other up, but I generally think, if I was Ngannou, if I'm Ngannou's trainer, I'll be telling him, you've got to go and put it on him. You've got to look for that shot. You've got to look for that big shot and let him go. You've got to hurt him, and he's got to do that. He's not going to outbox AJ. He's not going to outbox him. So that's what you've got in front of you. You've got him, that big lump over there, that big monster in front of you. That's what he's got.
How much better can Francis Ngannou get? That was his first fight. Hey, he did okay.
You don't know. But who knows? He may learn from it. He's an intelligent guy. He may learn from it. I think the trainer he's got is quite a smart guy, because they certainly got him ready for Tyson. Although, as I said earlier, I do feel Tyson had an off night, but he's still done what he had to do. But I don't know. They're not stupid. They know what they've got to do. But also with Ben Davison and with AJ, they know what they got to do. They ain't going to take a lot of working out. It's just going to be a battle of wills on the night. It's going to be a lot of men. It's going to be as much as it's a very physical fight. It's going to be a battle of wills mentally as well.
Can he stop him? Is he going to try and stop him?
Yeah, again, it comes down to the tough. We know Ngannou's going to be tough, but I don't think Fury landed a couple of shots on him and he didn't seem two-faced. But AJ punches with a little bit more sharpness, and I don't know. I mean, I hope so, because if you go through 4 or 5 rounds hitting him with some big shots and don't move him around, what Frank said about the mental aspect, that changes, because you start thinking, and Frank's right. Both fighters, I think, need to take the middle of the ring in this fight. If you're AJ, the last thing you want is Francis Ngannou walking you down. He's got to take control of the middle of the ring. He's got to use his jab. He's got to ping him back to the ropes, and once he hits the ropes, he's got to go twice. But also, he's got to worry about what's coming back, because we saw against Ngannou, he's not afraid to let his hands go when you throw. That's how he dropped Tyson Fury. Fury landed with a big right hand, and he threw the left hook, and that's exactly what happened in the Andy Ruiz fight. And in fact, I'm absolutely petrified. Can we stop talking about this?
You're sweating up, Eddie. Eddie, Frank, wonderful speaking to you both. Thank you very much. We're going to swap you out, and we're going to very shortly bring in Francis Ngannou. I'll take that off of you, Eddie Hearn.